Hello, my name is Amit Kumar Verma, and today I will discuss about the assignment of corporate accounting. And first of all, I will discuss about the introduction. In the particular assignment, I have studied the annual report of Regin Healthcare Limited for the year ending 2019 and 2018. The Regins Healthcare is an entity that provides aged care service along with home care service to the residents. This entity is service provider firm and does have much relevance in inventory. According to my study, its major and key customer are retired and aged care residents and the home care clients. The nature of organization structure is a hierarchical function organization structure. From the study of the annual reports, I could point out its major assets were property, plant and equipment and other intangible assets, whereas it is major liability our interest on the loan and refundable accommodation deposits. In the particular assignment, I have carefully analyzed the balance sheet, income statement, cash flow statements of Region Healthcare, and have made some conclusion on income tax aspects of the company which are discussed in the assignments. In the first point, I have explained several points related to income tax. So starting with the first point is accounting profit. In general accounting profit, the company's total earning in the financial year accounting is generally uh, accepted accounting principle. And after that, I explained taxable profit, temporary difference, taxable temporary difference, deductible temporary difference, deferred assets, deferred tax assets, deferred tax liability, and all. In the second point, I have discussed about the recognition criteria of the deferred assets of liability of a company. A deferred tax liability should be recognized for all the taxable temporary difference except the extent that they arise from any initial recognition of goodwill or initial recognition of assets and liabilities. A deferred tax assets should be recognized for all undeductible temporary difference except to the extent that it arises from any initial recognition assets and liability that is not undertaken for the business combination and does not affect the accounting profit and taxable profit. And in the third point, I have discussed about the tax expense of the company. First of all, let us discuss what the tax expense is. A firm tax expense, or we can say that tax charges, is calculated by multiplying income before tax by the particular rate of tax in the country or region. Companies do mention income before tax in their financial statement so that the interest user can access this information. And after that, in the fourth part, I have discussed about the tax rate, time and tax expenses are same or not. The figures can be differentiated as well as can be similar. In my target company, these figures are not similar due to several reasons mentioned in the working notes. In the working notes 2.3 of annual report of 2019, they have mentioned the reasons behind why figures are not similar. The reasons for this are adjustment in respect of current income tax of previous year, which shows that there are some unpaid amount which are acting as a liability now. Other reason mentioned are non-deductible costs of acquisitions of assets and also organization and several of temporary differences. And in the fifth part of uh, the assignment, I discuss about the tax assets or liability. Deferred tax assets can be any item of on the balance sheet of a company that may be used to reduce the taxable income of the company in the coming years of the company. The types of the figure can be occur when business have paid taxes in advance, so overpayment is considered as an assets for the business. And apart from that, I also described about the deferred tax liability in this part. And in the sixth part of the assignment, I explained about the income tax expenses and income tax payable. They both can be different sometimes, because income tax expenses can be calculated according to the standard business rule, and income tax payable is calculated on the basis of code and conduct made by the income tax authority. For Regional Healthcare, income tax expenses is 18,713, whereas income tax paid is 19,604. And in the seventh part of the assignment, I disclosure of the income tax expense in the income statement and disclosure of the income tax paid in cash flow statement. For my target company, this amount of the figure is not same. In the income statement, income tax expenses is 18,730, and on the other hand, the cash flow statement is under operating activity income tax paid is 19,604. For these figures, we can see that income tax is paid more than income tax expenses for the current year, that is 2019. The probable reason for the change in these figures is that they have been unpaid taxes in the previous year, which is being paid now, and due to the effect income tax paid in higher than income tax expenses for the year ending 2019. In the 8th point, I discuss about the concept of the permanent and temporary difference of taxes. Taxable temporary difference is a type of temporary difference that can be yield some taxable amount in the future while determining taxable profit or loss for any particular year. Permanent differences can be any business transaction that might be reported differently in the financial books of accounts and tax reporting purposes. The effect of this is that these types of transaction cannot be eliminated in the future, and these will never be recognized as a taxable amount income in the financial books of accounts. This is one feature regarding this, is that it does not give rise in the deferred tax assets and liability. And in the last part of the assignment, I described about the particular analysis of the annual reports of the Regional Healthcare Limited. This was the first time that I have studied an annual report that deeply, particularly in income tax part, which was pretty new for me and to study in the practical world. Today I realized that solving a book problem is the way different from the solving a real world problem. And finally, I can say about the conclusion. In conclusion, I am concluding the study of annual report done with aspects of income tax calculation. The income tax calculation of the company is properly done according to the relevant code of income tax authority. The company has also made proper disclosure of all the relevant information which is needed to be disclosed for the income tax purpose. After completing this assignment, in which I have worked on an annual report of the Regional Healthcare of the for the year 2019 and 2018, I can say that the calculation and understanding of the deferred tax asset and liability is the toughest part of all of them. I have analyzed many aspects such as income tax expense and income tax paid, and these were different from each other because of several reasons I come across while analyzing the annual report. And those reasons were due to different method used for the depreciation, or due to any unpaid or overpaid tax amount. I also come across taxable difference, which were both taxable difference as well as deductible differences. Overall, it was a great experience while going through annual reports, and would love to do in the coming future as well. Thank you.